Well, if I was going to lip sync it, I'd be telling you this. But this is the final game here, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do the best that I can. And I planned to bowl 250. But alas, I ended up with only 200. But it was a great day, and I had a wonderful time, and I continue to improve each and every time that I go out. I continue to stand tall and roll the ball. Obviously, I look at a lot of instructional videos, and I've had a couple of lessons, one from Mark Baker and one from J.R. Raymond. And both of them were talking about my timing, and that was what I've been working on a great deal. J.R. Raymond especially was telling me about, the way I walk up there, and it's a 4-step deal, and I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's absolutely right. And it's crazy on how hard it is to correct that after doing this thing, since I've been trying for a while. I had trouble with the video prior to this. It was in slow motion and the video did not pick up the audio. But all in all, it was a very eventful day. It worked out really well. 10th frame was a little disappointing. It kept us from having a big deal. But it was okay. I continue to improve, and that's the key. The timing situation is a problem, or not a problem, but a challenge for me. And standing up tall and not bending forward and getting my weight off center, getting my head too far forward was a definite problem. And I've been able to work on that, and thanks to Mark Baker, and get a little bit more balance about it. So now if I get the timing situation down to where I'm releasing the ball, when I'm supposed to, I'll end up getting a little bit more power. I consider myself to have a little more better than average power anyway, but anyway, maybe I don't. One thing I'd have to remember is if you ask somebody for some help, I can't be offended by what they tell me. I have to listen to them, accept a little bit of criticism, and try to correct it. I don't know everything. Heck, really, I don't know anything much about this bowling. 17 months into it, and I've learned a lot just by listening and watching and other people and talking and things like that. So, with that said, I just got to remember that I have to accept the criticism from a coach and then try to improve, and that's why, after all, that's why I hired him. I hired him to help me, and I need to accept the help. It's funny about that. You just get kind of hung up on things, and you think of a certain way, and you don't want to. I don't want to change necessarily all the time. But anyway, I appreciate the input that I've got from these guys, and I've hired 2 other coaches in person, and both of them have helped me, to a degree, as I continue to try to improve my score to have an ongoing 200 average. Now here's a silly video of my legs. My legs have been a real issue with this, considering I have stenosis in my back and neuropathy. I got to keep moving, keep them moving, keep them pumping, try to stay strong, keep my legs underneath me, that way I can meet these goals, because without those legs right there, I'm not going to get my goals met. But anyway, I wear these black shirts like this when I go bowling for the video, because I can pick myself up better and I can look at it and kind of pick it up. Same thing with the white shoes. The white shoes help me to see better my footwork and see what I can, how I can improve that. Anyway, I'm going to keep on going until I learn how to do this, until I bowl. I'll bowl as long as I can, healthfully. I really have that goal of bowling 300 more than once on an ongoing basis. I really want to do that. I want to do an 800 series, and I also want to bowl 3 games in league with perfect, with clean, no opens. So those things are still there. I managed to lose weight, which was the number 1 goal, and then the other things that I really want to happen is also the fact that I want to be able to average over 200 for my leagues and bowl that 800 series. Now, I think the 300 will come. I've gotten really close, but I haven't gotten there yet. And so I've got to keep on moving and keep on pursuing that in order to do it and not give up. I got discouraged here last Monday when I bowled that 125 in the league. It was thoroughly, deflating for me. And so I got to remember not to get too low, not to get too high. Just keep on rolling. It's one shot at a time, one frame at a time, one game at a time. And that's the way you build it. You don't build anything all at once. You got to build a foundation, then you got to come up with the walls, all those things before you put the roof on, then you work on the inside. So it's the same way with bowling. I got to get a good foundation under me, which is my leg work and my timing. Once that's down, I'll be able to work really on the release of the ball and some other things a little better with my hand work and just build on this thing little by little. Well, I'm saying chop suey ended my game. Chop suey ended it, unfortunately for me.